of the prizes. Jerry Halliwell's yoga video, DVD, I think it's the latest one in that particular series. So if you've already worked yourself up to, you know, you're looking pretty good, but there's still a little bit of flab maybe around the arse or breast area, then Jerry can help you out there. Yeah. We got Only Fools and Horses. This is the Christmas special from last year. Jonathan Ross was giving that one on his morning show this morning. I don't know if they're just trying to get rid of him. Top of the morning to you from Terry Wogan. That's his CD.
I'm sure they were giving that away as well.
You've got the likes of Love Theme from Top Gun, obviously Take My Breath Away by Berlin, that's on there. What else we got? We got The Pretenders, you mentioned them earlier. Alison Moyet's on there. Annie Lennox featuring Paul
I still call her Alf.
Loaf is on there. I'm talking to the meat variety. Obviously. Miss Tina Turner on Silent Wings. There's an incredible selection there. Perfect for saying mum or a deaf aunt. That's the Manic Street Preacher's Greatest Hits DVD.
Anyway, how's your aunt, the one who farted for 5 minutes, Carl?
Also got the U2
not been that well.
What's
up with her?
The best chill out album ever.
Is she alright?
Yeah, she'll be alright.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that's the prizes up for grabs.
Sorry, we were having two conversations there. I think we're a little bit too relaxed in this show.
Sure.
I mean, people tuning in will just think, do those three people know they're going out live? Or is that a conversation, like, between the records? It's... do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds like, the record is playing. We think the record playing and we're just chatting.
Oh dear, what we got, Carl? What we got? Carl.
One opportunity.
Carl, come on.
Seize everything you ever wanted. One moment. Did you capture it? Or just let it slide?
Eminem. Lose Yourself. Back on form there.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a good tune.
Good. On XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington, more importantly. Carl, come on then.
Right.
I need some education.
It's Rockbusters.
I know, but I need education. I need some education.
But we've promised some Rockbusters.
Educating Ricky, I will be ditching before Christmas.
Why?
It will be going.
Why? Because there's nothing out there.
It's just struggling. I was thinking on the way in today, I can either do, doing something more with Steve, because we've done, like, the Ricky angle. Either we can do
educating Steve.
No, either like a bit of a call my bluff type thing, but it's like a con merchant, and I have to like trick you.
Okay.
Con merchant,
I'm the con and you're the merchant, and then I was thinking something that you just do some work, and you have a moan for a bit, and that's a bit that's like a wine merchant. You just like whine on about something.
Again,
the pun comes first with you, doesn't it?
You've worked out that first.
Yeah.
That's like I ever told you I've come up with a couple of sitcoms for me.
Go on.
One is I've got an imaginary navy called Merchant's Navy.
Yeah.
I've got a navy in it. And the premise is I've got a navy. And another one is I live in...
And that's as far as he's got as well.
Yeah, that's all I've come up with. If you've got any ideas there, Carl, then that'd be much appreciated. Another one is I live in quite a salubrious part of North London, and that's called Merchant of Little Venice. And I live in Little Venice. Again, I don't know what happens. But, any ideas, Carl?
I've got one where I play an Italian waiter, and it's called Shut Up, Gervais.
Yep. That's the one we're working on now, actually, to follow up with The Office.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do something with that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we've got Rockbusters.
Okay.
So, these are mine. Number one, you've been dunking that for too long. That's LB, right?
Oh God, that's too easy. That's too easy.
I always tease them, don't I? I give them something to make them feel like they're going to win something, and then I hit them hard with a tricky one.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, go on.
So, the first one, so that's the cryptic clue for a band or an artist. Their initials are LB, and the cryptic clue, you've been dunking that for too long.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. Second one, you won't be able to play that game in this pub, because the table ain't big enough. Right? Could be an old artist, could be a new one, could be a band.
What's the initials?
FD. Alright? FD. You won't be able to play that game in this pub. The table ain't big enough. And the final one, well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over. Right? That's the third cryptic clue, the initials being GK. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over. They're the three clues. All you gotta do is email in ricky.gervais.
That's great! That's genius.
Which one?
The last one.
Alright.
That is genius. That's the best one you've ever done.
Alright. Ricky.gervais.
That's great. I don't know the middle one.
.co.uk. Okay. Email in them three answers, you win the stuff. We have still got Educating Ricky.
Go on, let's have one.
No, I'll give you the titles.
Give me the titles, yeah, got you.
Right, you've got 3 bits of info that's gone on in the world. or
possibly.
sort of information.
Older times? Never go further back than the 17th century, do we?
Well, no, let's make it clearer. There's 3 bits of information that people have put on the net. Whether or not they're true, different issue.
And that he still gets it a little bit wrong in translation, and sort of adds bits to it. Yeah, go on.
So we've got,
I love it when he plays out those historical dialogues. You know, it's like the 15th century where he goes, so anyway, a bloke says to himself, I'll tell you what I'll do.
So the horse isn't happy. Yeah, go on.
Right, so the 3 that you've got to pick from, you've got get your kit on, we're off down the butchers.
Let's get your kit on, we're off down the butchers,
We've got wash up with you.
Wash up with you.
Wash up with you!
And the last one I couldn't really think of a good title for, so it's just why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something?
Oh, play a record!
We've got to make this into a book. This has got to be a book made for Christmas.
God.
Chapter headings. Wash up.
Don't see your email coming up with the Rockbusters answers, so
let's give us the answers
let's
again.
give them out. The first one was you've been dunking that for too long. That was LB.
Limp Biscuit.
Limp Biscuit.
Yeah, got that one.
The third one, we'll jump to that one because you've got it. Well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's all over. That was GK.
That's a great one.
That's
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight. That is brilliant, Carl.
And the one that you're both having a problem with, you won't be able to play that game in this pub. The table ain't big enough. FD.
Go on.
Fats Domino.
Oasis, Live Forever on XFM 104.9. Right, we're in the swing of things. It's mine and Steve's favourite bit of the whole show. This is what we do this show for now. Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
Go for it, Carl.
You said that learning can't be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, I'll go for the one. What's the one about the butcher, going down the butcher shop?
You've got get your kit on, we're off down the butchers.
Yeah.
You going for that one?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, don't give away a secret.
Right. Well, do you know how it came about?
No.
Well, ages ago. Before, like...
Ages ago. 17th century?
Yeah, before, like...
Yeah, 17's good. Yeah.
Before, like, you know, proper butchers and Jewhursts and supermarkets and that, you used to get these blokes who sold meat. Right.
Butchers, they were called then, I think.
Yeah, but the difference was they didn't stay in the same place, they moved about. Right, so they'd turn up on a street corner, and he'd have, like, loads of carrier bags of, like...
Carrier bags?
Yeah, with meat in and that, and people would
Plastic
be like,
carrier bags?
Yeah, with mobile butcher on them.
Yeah.
Right, so,
and an email address.
Yeah, go on.
People went, right, yeah, I need some meat, right, so they'd go up to this bloke, and say, what have you got? And he'd say, well, I've got a, you know, you can have a bag full of pig, or you can have, whatever, a bag full of chicken, whatever. Yeah. And they'd go, yeah, how much? They go, oh, you know, call it a £5 or whatever. Yeah. And they'd buy them, and to make more money, they didn't always fill the bag with what they said was in it.
Oh, I knew, I thought that might be the case.
Right? Yeah. So what they used to do...
put cats in there?
Yeah.
But I don't see what...
Okay, so sometimes they would put a cat in the bag and pretend it was chicken or whatever else.
Yeah, so...
But why was a cat any cheaper than a chicken?
Because cats are wandering around the streets, aren't they? Chickens aren't. So to get a chicken, they put a chicken on the top so that when they look in it, they'd go, yeah, that's alright. Got a bag full of chicken. They'd get home to make the dinner, and they'd be like, what are we having tonight? And they'd go, well, you'll never guess. And they'd have, like, you know, well, you can have a chicken leg, and, you know...
But it would be a cat. Yeah. They'd have to defrost a pizza.
Yeah.
Oh. Did they mind that they were eating cat then, in those days?
He didn't say. He just was saying about the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag. It's like, you know, if they see that, they're gonna go mad.
I'm mildly disappointed with this story. It's alright if it's true, but yeah, there's something about it's just... I want to know more. He always leaves it... Is it Carl doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge, he creates more. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, yeah, he's like the pot noodle of information.
Yeah, do you know, he never... I want to go...
I'm not nourished by it.
It's like if for every fact he tells me, there's 10 others that spring up that I have to get clear
Well, so it was the people that were doing this. It was the dodgy butchers that coined this phrase. Were they saying to each other, "Don't let the cat out the bag"? I.e., what I mean by that, Jack, is don't let them see the cat.
Yeah.
What we've stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Dodgy butcher, that's another phrase, isn't it?
So that's the first one.
Is that a euphemism or is it dodgy butcher?
As his meat delivered round the back.
Sure.
So that's that one. So let's get your kit on.
What does that mean?
It's a euphemism for homosexuality.
Okay. And meat, presumably, in that means different things.
It doesn't. It's a word that is also a male
would
bird.
it mean chicken or cat necessarily in that context? Or well, I suppose it could.
Yeah.
So remember that time when you called me and I said I don't know where I am and I couldn't concentrate.
Think of that! I called him! I went, God, what are you doing? I don't know where I am.
What do you mean you didn't know where you were? What, you...
I got lost. I went
in London
wandering.
you got lost?
Yeah. I went wandering and then, you know, I
It's
was
when
like,
he first moved into his new place. He was walking back from his old place to his new place and he didn't know where he was. He
How
tried
can
to
you
take a
ever
short.
really get lost in London now? I'm just... It's a cabbie.
well, yeah, I don't want to do that because you feel bad pulling one over and then saying, where am I?
Yeah, they don't appreciate that, do they?
But I found my way back, didn't I?
Yeah.
But you told me
20
one
minutes.
time that you much prefer getting lost. You love wandering around and getting lost. You said that's much better.
Going
Yeah,
around
it
the
was a cold
cul-de-sac.
day. It was a cold day. I just wanted to be at home. I had things to do. There's a time and place to be lost.
Well, go on.
Well, a place
What's
you
the
don't
place?
know.
What's
and
the place to be lost?
Somewhere you don't know.
Right, good. Okay,
And the
specific.
time?
The time.
Time when you're not in a rush.
Oh, Jim Bastard, he's only gone and written it down.
The jingle there to announce yet another reading from Karl Pilkington's diary. My mum called me to ask me to look in some of the magazine shops in London for a magazine that she can't find. It's called UFO Data. I said, I ain't heard of it. She said she's seen an advert for it in one of her ghost magazines.
I love the fact that she can't even find the magazine about unidentified flying objects.
Yeah. So we get a clue
She
there.
thinks, I think I saw something, but I don't know whether it was a magazine or not.
So we get a clue there as to why you give any credence to this crap.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, I mean,
Mama Pilkington's into the same shit.
there's a lot of space out there, isn't there?
She said that this magazine has got news story about how Aldrin (brackets astronaut) has got some evidence that aliens exist.
Yeah.
I told her that I found out today that the days are about 36 minutes longer on Mars. We chatted about how this is how they are more advanced than us. Do you mean the Martians?
Yeah, if they've got a longer day, that's more time that they're awake working on stuff.
Right, yeah, we know that makes no difference at all.
No, it does.
Think about it. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Look, think about it. 6 o'clock here.
Yeah.
People are going, see you tomorrow. I'm going home. They'll be going, oh, another half hour. They've got a longer day. Productive.
And that's why they're able to fly.
That's why they're whizzing around. Yeah, I've done it over the years.
Christ almighty, what drivel!
Suzanne got in from work at 11:30. I told her about the UFOs in Mars. She said she's too tired to chat. I said, does it mean aliens will be more tired than us, or do they get more sleep? I got no answer. I love it when
It
Suzanne
scares
goes in.
her.
She never indulges
No,
you.
it scares her. Anything with ghosts and UFOs, she sort of...
It doesn't
ignores
scare her,
does
it bores
scare
her.
No, it freaks her out. Scares her.
Okay. Read about a pub that is getting some stick because they've stopped a horse going in. It's been the horse's regular for ages, but there's been some new owners who've taken over the pub and they said they're serving fresh fruit and don't want a horse in there anymore.
Oh, God.
I met Suzanne after she finished work and we went for a brew in another cafe.
Gosh, Jesus.
It's always having a brew in a cafe.
It's like a sitcom.
Suzanne said I looked tired and fed up. She taught me some way to breathe that will relax me. I wasn't feeling that relaxed though, because the person behind the counter was banging about making a coffee. Noise stresses me out. I wonder if less deaf people die of stress than people with working ears do.
Oh, it's the theories. It's the
It is
theories.
such a noisy world, though, isn't it?
It is. London is noisy, very noisy.
I think just everywhere, just noise in general. I mean, I haven't got pictures in our flat because of that mirrored wall I've got.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, it's tiny, you've been in it. Got windows on one wall, door to get in on the other, kitchen on the other, mirrored wall on the other. So there's
No
nowhere
space for
there.
art.
There's no space for art.
I'm intrigued how you sit at home. Where's the sofa?
At home.
Yeah.
Facing the mirror.
So you sit looking at yourself all night,
Yeah.
as opposed to a painting.
Yeah, but at least that changes each day.
No, it doesn't.
It does. The picture
No, it's not.
changes.
It's round and miserable every fucking day.
No, honestly, it's good to, because you don't look at yourself otherwise, especially me. I haven't got any hair to comb or anything. So I don't look in the mirror as much as the normal person. So, whereas now, I'm looking there every day.
So you're sat at home staring at yourself?
No, because the telly's in front of the mirror.
But are you not distracted by yourself?
Yeah, you do. When the adverts are on, you look up, and if Suzanne's sat next to me, I tend to talk to her through the mirror.
What do you mean? So why don't you look at her when you talk to her?
Well, you don't have to turn your neck or anything. There's no neck usage going on. I can just look forward, I look at the telly, lift the eyes up, look in the mirror, look at me, look at her.
What does she do?
No,
Look back at you
we're
in the
used to
mirror.
it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like there's more people in the room in a way. It's like,
And they're further away.
there's nothing odd about that. Why wouldn't you use... It doesn't matter. Your eyes, remember, your
why
eyes are
wouldn't you
still...
talk to your girlfriend via a mirror all the time? Is that your question?
Well, no, I think it's quite normal. If your head is facing a mirror where you can see everything in that room, you know, it's a small flat, I can see everything that's going on in there without moving my head. Stephen Hawking would be well happy. So I can look forward, she's sat next to me. If I'm watching the telly, I can say something. Now, she's getting the sound from me still because she's sat close.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're further away, but things look better from a distance anyway.
So that's how you managed to keep this relationship alive?
Maybe.
You're such an odd little man.
But no, it's not odd. You see, there was a woman on the estate who did use... have I told you about Miss Peggy before?
No.
It rings a bell. Go on.
I'm going to tell you ages ago, it's this fat woman who used to be on the estate. She had a three-wheeler bike. And her
Push
husband...
bike, pedal bike.
Yeah, like a tricycle thing, but a big one.
Right.
She used to sit her husband in the basket in the back. Cycle about, what have you.
Yeah.
She was known as Miss Piggy. Anyway.
Oh, is this the one that she used to beat him up so your dad pretended to be a policeman?
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, well, the way she used to communicate, she used to always go in quick save and nick biscuits. And if anyone went up to her to say, stop nicking the biscuits, she'd pull out like a little mirror out of a bag, and she'd look in it, but talk to you via the mirror.
Oh, man!
What?
This
So she was
place you
insane.
put up, it's weird, isn't it? It's
It was
like,
really weird.
Like
It used to scare me.
It's like a Salvador Dali painting. you exist in there.
Yeah. It's really, really
So
weird.
hang on. So she used to talk to people through the mirror because she was mental.
I couldn't sit, watch the telly, and look at me watching the telly in the mirror all night.
No,
That's
no,
weird.
that would
Why?
be really weird.
It's really weird, Carl.
I'd be very conscious of myself.
No, yeah,
Conscious
I
of the
think
way
it
I'm
gives you,
sad.
it gives you confidence and that, and if you are
Gives you
sort of...
confidence.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing yourself more and you pick up what habits you do and stuff like that.
So what have you changed through your viewing of yourself?
I sort of grew a beard the other week, just something different to look at for a bit. And then you get sick of that, it's like a piece of art. Change that, have a bit of a shave.
Can you see the back of the telly in the mirror?
A little bit, yeah. If the flat's a mess, it's a mess twice.
Oh, God! Oh.
Is.
What do you think of people who are so angry at art they try and censor it or they try and destroy it? Do you think art should ever be censored?
It's where you put it. If it's in a gallery, then it doesn't have to be censored. If it's in Trafalgar Square, where everyone's wandering around having a nice time, you don't want a 12-foot cock. So it's all about where you put it. I think some art looks better because of where it is. If you want to do a serious point, don't use animals.
No? Well, I disagree with that because I think my favourite is probably Charles Dickens, and I think the greatest story ever told is A Christmas Carol, and there's only one way that could ever be improved, and that is a Muppet Christmas
That's
Carol.
absolutely right. Yeah.
So, and I think that you could, and I think people could take a lesson from that and maybe do other films with the Muppets. A Muppet Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make it so moving, couldn't you?
Schindler's List in space.
Miss Piggy's Choice. Well, we talked about that.
What?
about things like that in art as well? Do you think that bringing something so serious to the masses, like films do, things like the Holocaust and like Sophie's Choice, where she has to choose which child lives and dies?
Why does she have to pick?
Well, because the Nazis were horrible, nasty, evil people.
And which one did she pick?
I don't think that's the point. I don't think that's the point.
I love the idea that
this is not a betting game.
No, but I imagine this is like Deal No Deal. It's kind of, you're down to the last two. Which one are you going to go for?
God. But why did you ask which one did she choose? Because even if he'd said the names, Robert and Alison, what difference would it make? You don't know the story. Why is it
because
that
then I'd ask more then. If you said Alison, I'd go, what was it with Alison? What did she have over Robert? That's what films are meant to do. You question it. Whenever I watch a film with Suzanne, I always say at the end, what was going on there?
That's because you're an idiot.
Christ!
That's because you've just watched Muppet Christmas Carol and you can't understand why a frog's able to talk.
I'm all for films with a good storyline.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's a perfect point. What an extraordinary point.
He's gonna follow this up, mate. He's gonna follow
He's got
this up.
something there. He's got something here.
Carl, go on then. What's your take on films?
Films are really good. You can get lost in them.
Right.
And
You like one with a good story?
I mean, whenever anyone asks, it's always the same. It's Elephant Man. It's Kes. Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 2. These are what you consider the great works
No, I'm
of
just
film
saying
art.
these are ones that I've enjoyed recently. There's so many films that I haven't seen, yet you always say, oh, have you seen so-and-so?
Well, Mission Impossible 1.
There's good news for you. 3's out.
That's true.
This is Strokes, and last night we just had a call, didn't we, from Johnny Mango.
Oh yeah, Johnny Mango, yeah.
Yeah, old the Mankster. And he informed me that one of the Wurzels is dead, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ash Cutler, who was the lead man, I think.
Yeah, he said he died the most rock and roll death you can die. He said he was apparently driving on a terrible cocktail of cider and other things, presumably.
Yeah.
Apples and jams.
Yeah.
And he crashed into a tractor. Now, I wonder, is that true? JM's not winding me up.
Yeah,
I hope the Mango Boy's not having a laugh at me. Is that true? One of the Wurzels died by tractor. Is that true? So give us a call. What's the number again, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
If so, I'm sorry that I disrespected them. I didn't know.
Could you imagine
Oh God.
if, right, say if like you're the driver of the tractor,
Mm.
and you kill someone, you go, oh God, I've killed someone, and then you look and it's someone famous.
Yeah, or Ash Cutler. Yeah, go on, what was your point?
No, it's just like, not
Terrifying,
only,
yeah.
it's like you've killed someone, then you look.
But
I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean, actually.
What makes it even worse? What makes it even worse? They were rich.
Yeah.
Oh, that
no,
would
but
be.
say if it was someone who's like really big in the world.
No, that is I quite like that. It's an interesting point,
Oh,
though.
that's your bag. No wonder I can't find what I'm looking for.
Oh, right, well,
As Bono said.
did you bring a bag?
Yeah. Sorry,
Is that under there, Rick?
sorry about this. I'm not
Well,
ignoring.
this is getting a bit sloppy here.
No,
No,
it's not. No.
no, it is, Rick. It's getting sloppy.
It's never got sloppy before. No, I've got a list here because we went to this award ceremony in the week. We were up for an award.
Well, I have to explain it to Carl, because basically we were up for an award, and it's called it's the TRIC Awards. Now, TRIC stands for Television and Radio Industries Club Annual Awards, right?
We've never heard of it either.
We've never heard of it. It's some kind of, like, television radio industry club. That's what
Yeah, that's the clue, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So, but we don't want to. I'm not trying to slag off the award, because it was, you know, it was a big thing, and they really made an effort, and it was really nice. Food was brilliant. It was at the Grosvenor House Hotel, really nice do, and you know, lots of industry people in that there. It was really classy.
We got there nice and early, so you know we were there for a good 4 hours
Before we had to sit down, but it was just kind of surreal. It was just a bit weird because it was packed with the cream, and literally the cream, big names. You know, Martin Kemp, one of the first people I saw. You know, came in like big TV, radio industry names, on-screen talent, behind-the-scenes people.
John Barnes
was there.
Beadle was there.
Sir Cliff Richard was there.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so the voice comes on and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of
President.
the president of the Trick Awards, and we had to stand up. All of these people had to stand up and give a standing ovation as he walked to his table to Tom O'Connor, former presenter of Crosswits.
You're joking.
No.
He's the president.
And he came out, he told a few gags, sort of like, it was like, straight away, it was, you know, old school stuff. You want to thank the ladies, because, you know, it was nothing without the ladies, all the lovely ladies here. And we're waiting for a joke. No. just thanking the ladies.
Well, you're forgetting that just prior to that, he said grace.
Oh, he said grace.
Before we ate.
Right? It was me, Steve, and Ash, you know, our producer, the little, disabled fella, right? And he's there in his wheelchair, and there's me and Steve. We're standing up during
By the way,
grace.
can I just stop you there?
Go on.
Saw someone in the week, and,
Sorry, did we bore you?
you just reminded me then about the little producer who's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Last week you said, blah, 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 and our producer who's in a wheelchair got a text from someone saying, what's happened to you? They thought you were talking about me.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh.
You're handicapped in a different way.
So go on.
And, Tom O'Connor, he said, thank you, God, for...
We thought this was a joke initially. We thought it was going to be like a kind of cheeky gag.
That's why we were laughing.
That's why we were laughing raucously.
We went anyway. And then he went, thank you, God, for this, and help those who walk alone. And Ash went, what about those that don't walk at all? He said, I've never been left out of grace before.
So, but we had to have kind of like bowed our heads slightly, you know, and did we say amen? I know that we were sort of, a lot of people did.
I'm pretty sure
Cliff,
I
I think, probably chimed in there.
Yeah.
And,
He sang it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Like Mariah Carey.
so anyway, but before, again, you see, what he's forgotten is before Tom took to the stage, this guy walks up there, I don't know who he is, says, there's a lot of people here this afternoon, you know, it's a wonderful event, but also there's a load of celebrities as well.
He said, thank you for all the celebrities that have turned up. And then he went, Table 77, Mr. Russ Abbott.
And we all
round of
clapped.
applause. Can we have the spotlight there?
Russ Abbott, by the way, smoking a pipe. Actually, he looked like, a bit like, Barrett Holmes, this hilarious Sherlock Holmes character.
Then he went, Table 107, the cast of Bad Girls. Clap.
We like to clap.
And then he went, Table 5, Alice Beer. Clap.
Slightly smaller clapping.
Yeah. And it's just like, and I thought, when is this gonna...
He went through every single celebrity in the room.
And there were about, 100.
Table 53, John Inman, everyone. It's John Inman. Round of applause.
Yeah, and, Table 70, Mr. Simon Cowell. Boo.
Yeah, there was booing there.
And they all booed him.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was a joke. Ironic booing, I think.
Did they cheer for Foxy? Was he on the table?
We didn't see Foxy.
Foxy wasn't there. He was doing his show. When they went up, they won an award, Cowell and, Waterman and Chapman.
Table 43, Peter Sissons, everyone. Peter Sissons. Went through every single name. Ricky got so paranoid they might mention him that we kind of legged it upstairs and were watching from the balconies. They shone the spotlight on our table. And it was largely empty. That was particularly fun. But, then at the end, Sir Cliff got up there, right, because Sir Cliff was giving out the Lifetime Achievement Award, right, he gets up, he used to speak, he goes, this is a personal friend of mine, a 7 days a week friend, Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mrs. Gloria Hunniford. Right, we immediately start thinking what exactly were her lifetime achievements.
I think living that long.
That's pretty much it. I don't know what it is she's done,
I can
Gloria
tell you
Hunniford.
what she does.
I don't exactly, I know she's done a Radio 2 show, I don't think that's
We're not
anymore.
dissing her. We're not dissing anyone.
good luck
We're
to
not taking the mick out of anyone, but, you know.
But anyway,
it was just a strange event.
But Gloria got taken unawares by this and started to ad-lib a speech, right? And I swear to God, about 12 minutes in, she was telling us how, and I can tell you now if you're interested, her lovely daughter Karen is currently in Australia, it's partly work, it's partly a holiday, Carl, and she's having a whale of a time, but she's not spoken to her for ages.
And then she went, actually she's been there for a long time.
Yeah,
and it's like, I was thought she was going, she doesn't call, you do that, you get a Blue Peter, and this is how she...
We thought she was going to get photos out, maybe, start showing it.
It was a nice event, and, everyone there, Henry Cooper was there. So Henry
It was so good because every single element as well was sponsored by someone.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the menu, I've got the programme here, and the menu, right, the pudding is sponsored by Electrolux.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever had a pudding sponsored by Electrolux.
I was sponsored by Zanussi.
When everyone was doing the prayers, did you look at them with their eyes shut? like you did at school?
What do you mean?
Well, when you had...
Did you look at someone with your eyes shut?
No, like, you'd do that. You'd do your hands together.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you sort of look at people with their eyes shut and think that's what they look like when they're sleeping.
Play record.
Didn't you ever do that?
Table 60. Lisa Tarbuck. That's Corner Shop. Lessons learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky. I love that guitar. That's great. It's real glam rock. That's T-Rex and Bowie. I was in a place on it from Ziggy Stardust today, but instead I brought in a different album. I want to play a bit of Bowie. Is that alright?
Oh, of course, yeah, always,
Yeah,
always.
bit of Beatles. Still to come up, by the way. We, with The Education of Carl, last week he did, Che Guevara. He did very well. Before that, the week before that, you learned all about Rasputin, didn't you?
Mm.
And this week you've been studying Hitler, haven't you?
Mm.
How does that go? How do you reckon that?
It's a bit tough.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you the full story later, Steve. Do you know much about him?
No.
So, they're all linked. All these stories I've been reading, they've all got a similar sort of thing going through them. They have a bit of a tough upbringing. Things aren't going well, and they seem to take it out on other people.
Okay.
But I'll tell you more later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can... I mean, I don't think Hitler and Che Guevara...
It's the same thing. Che Guevara, when he was a kid, had, like, asthma, right? He wasn't an happy kid. Hitler, he
only had one ball.
Well, I was trying to find about that.
Yeah, seriously, he phoned me up in the week. I said, how's it going? He went, I've just skimmed it. I was looking for the testicle thing. Now, I don't know if they left that out, or it's not true.
Right.
So he was trying to look up that Hitler has only got one ball.
I think they only did it to wind him up. Because it's like, you know, yeah, you might be taking over the world, but we're all saying you've only got one testicle.
Sure.
And it's
So did you look in the index and it said Hitler, Adolf, family life, early childhood, testicles? Testicles, absence of.
Sort of skimmed through, because...
One of.
Yeah.
Mother, brackets other.
Yeah.
Albert Hall.
Yeah.
The only thing I could find was at one point in like, when he was trying to run the place, there was a meeting going on, and somebody put a bag in the meeting room and it blew up.
Yeah,
And I'm
the
wondering
table
whether it was under
protected
the
him.
table. Yeah, but...
What, you're wondering if it blew a testicle?
It was, the testicle was under the table.
No, the bag blew off the ball.
No, the ball sack was probably hanging below the protective top, and so that's where he could have lost.
But why would he have only just lost the one?
Because
The way he was sitting.
Cross-legged or something? Sure, okay. Well, I mean, again, I mean, last week we had a Che Guevara expert phoned up. Maybe they could, maybe there's a Hitler expert this time who could maybe phone up and confirm the testicle theory.
Yeah.
What's the number again, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
You need to have at least had a PhD or something.
I don't think we should invite calls about Hitler. I think we're asking for trouble.
No, I'm talking about someone who's done a study of him and who's done a PhD.
Okay.
I'm not talking about any old nut.